This is how a piece of glass can take your photos from good to spectacular. Of course, I'm talking about the CPL, the Circular Polarizer. So this is Momiji Garden, very small park here in the middle of Vancouver, basically. And what's cool about it is that it has these trees that turn color during autumn, and they have these beautiful oranges and reds, like these guys behind me. Check that out, isn't that cool? So that's what we're going to photograph today with the help of the CPL, of course. Now, if you don't know what a CPL is, basically it's just a piece of glass that you put in front of your lens. And what that does, it gets rid of the reflection on reflective surfaces like water, obviously, but also it gets you more contrasty colors, punchier colors, which is always nicer to get them in camera rather than artificially induce them in Photoshop or Lightroom. So yeah, this is what we're going to work with today. Very small area to photograph. I'm going to have to look for smaller frames because there's not much to choose from here. This is it, the CPL, Circular Polarizer. Circular because it's round and you can rotate it so you can get rid of the reflections. What's cool about this one is that it's magnetic. In the beginning I have those threaded ones that you put on the lens by twisting it. Those ones are a pain. I can't even begin to tell you how long it would take me to put that on by screwing it, but this one just pops on the lens and done deal. So just so you can see what I'm talking about, I have the adapter ring already on my lens. I screw it in. That's a thread piece, but you only screw that on once and that's it. And then just pop this guy. Simple as that, magnetic. And when you're using it, you just have to rotate it to get you that beautiful polarization, to get rid of the reflections from the water or from basically any reflective surfaces. Now these ones come in different diameters. It's a 77mm diameter because I bought it especially for my lens, the 17 to 55 Nikon. But you can get them in 52, 58. Just check your lens because your lens has the diameter marking on it. Okay, let's go find the composition and set up for the shot. I found my composition over here with this tree branch flowing into the frame on the left side just a little bit, and then overlooking the water with the trees in the background over there. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to take one photo without the CPL and then one photo with the CPL so you can see the difference. See the difference it makes? Now, not all locations are created equal. In some locations you will see a greater difference than in others, but the principle is the same. If you want to get rid of the glares, you put the CPL on. If you want to get contrastier colors, punchier colors, you put the CPL on. It also works beautifully for the skies. If you have cloudy or partly cloudy skies, you can put that CPL on, twist it so it polarizes the sky and you get bluer sky in your photos. So it's a very useful accessory to have. Right here I can see this frame with this leading line formed by the water and by these rocks over here, and I'm gonna frame my shot with this line in the foreground and also those trees in the background there. Look at this next frame, for example. I have these rocks that are in the water, then I have the water itself, then the trees with that little wooden construction in the background over there. So what I want to do is include this foreground element, these rocks that are in the water. But if not for the CPL, I would have a reflection on the water and I would not see those rocks inside the water. So I put the CPL on, I frame so I can have the foreground element, the water, and the background element in the photo. Let's take a photo and see what it looks like. You just have to be careful because the CPL reduces the amount of light that hits the sensor by about 2 stops. So if you're playing around, you put it on, take it off, put it on, take it off, you'll have to compensate for the exposure that you want. So if you put the CPL on, you will lose about 2 stops of light, and if you take it off, you gain about 2 stops of light. I have another frame over here with this tree branch on the top of my frame acting as a foreground element, and with those red trees in the background. Of course, I have this patch of water in front of me, and I want to get rid of the reflections on the surface, so I put the polarizer on. Okay, so now I'm going to go inside that area over there from where that waterfall is coming out, because there's some really nice frames to be had over there. There are a couple of small waterfalls inside there, and a creek that's flowing into this water patch over here, so let's go inside there. Now I am set up for the composition towards this pool of water over here. This is just a small creek with a couple of waterfalls in this beautiful park. Tiny but beautiful park. So I'm set up for a composition. I'm pretty happy with this composition over here. Like yay. I'm going to take a photo without the CPL, and then I'm going to take another one with the CPL just so you can see the difference. Because it's a circular polarizer, all you have to do is rotate the filter. Check this out, I have the filter on the lens. I'm rotating it right now. And look at those reflections, how they disappear. There you go. Very nice. Now, it's not going to get rid of all reflections because of the wavelengths of the light, right? It just cuts out different wavelengths of light. So now I have a very nice photo with minimum glare. And what is cool about it is that if you use it to photograph water, you can see the stuff that's inside the water, which is absolutely fantastic. And it gives the photo a whole nother dimension. So if I turn this way, same spiel on this side over here. What I noticed right here is this little leaf on that rock. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a frame with that little leaf over there sitting on that rock, and also with this tiny waterfall over here. So let's do that. I'm at the minimum height on my tripod because I wanted to get a lower angle on this. Okay, so I have a composition here with a little bit of this tree on my left side of the frame. I see these three rocks in the middle right of the frame. The waterfall, that boulder on the right, and now I'm going to take a photo without the CPL and then with the CPL, so you can see the difference again that the CPL makes. Oh wow, I didn't expect this. So in this situation, the non-polarized photo, it's not bad. It's actually very good. Actually, I might even dare say that it's better than the polarized photo, because in the non-polarized image, the water reflects everything that it sees on top, which in this case are these yellow and red leaves. So those are reflected in the water below, which gives it a very beautiful painting-like look. But if I polarize the shot, the glare will disappear, and I'm not going to have this beautiful foliage being reflected in the water below. I shot both photos, but I think in this case the non-polarized image looks much better. So to demonstrate that again, I zoomed in on this patch of water over here, and I'm going to shoot one polarized, one non-polarized, and you tell me which one is better. My money is on the non-polarized one. put another lens on right now, which is the 11-16 Tokina. It's a very wide lens, ultra wide lens. Now, I never used this lens with the filter before because it was broken until recently. And like a couple of days ago, I started fiddling with it, and by some miracle, I managed to get it back functioning. So now I'm going to use it with the CPL, and I can get wider angles and see what kind of photos I can get with the wide angle with the CPL. Here I have another composition. I framed the waterfall so that I have it on the top of my frame so I can reveal more of the water coming down towards the rest of the frame. I'm at f5 fifth of a second ISO 100. Precarious position right there, but I really like the waterfall that I have over here. This is the only spot that I can get a clear view of it. Oh, that's beautiful. I don't think I'm even supposed to be here, but I'll shoot a couple and then we'll get away from here. Last shot is this alley here with these leaves falling down on it. I have this alley as a leading line. Hopefully you like this video about the polarizer filter. It is a very useful filter if you want to up your photography game. The CPL and the ND filter as well, but we're going to talk about the ND in another video. Grab a CPL if you're really into landscape photography, because it will pay off in the long run. So thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Take care and peace.